is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Ultra Brawl. I'm your host, Kieran King, and tonight's battle was animated by Kerbo the Animator. If you like what you see here, go on to his channel and subscribe. Speaking of tonight's battle, finally, we have the battle between Slender Man and the Slender Man of 2020, Siren Head. For this battle, we're going to be using specific versions of each character. Slender Man will get the movie adaptation and the original Creepypasta version, and Siren Head will get his Trevor Henderson adaptation, which is the original Siren Head. That means no Arrival Slender Man and no SCP Siren Head. Now with all that out of the way, let's introduce Ultra Brawl's next round of fighters. If you ever wanted to go into the woods, do not go into the woods very far, because then you'll meet the infamous Slender Man. Slender Man has been around for over 500 years. People describe him as a tall figure with no face that wears a tuxedo with tentacles. He likes wandering in the forest and look for victims, and once he finds a victim, he chases them, grabs them with his tentacles, and do two things. He either likes to suffocate his victims inside a tree, which shows that he has tree manipulation, but he can only control one tree at a time by going inside it, or his most efficient way is to strangle his victims and takes their soul. Slender Man's powers and abilities include teleportation, tentacles, illusions, taking souls, tentacles, legs, and tree manipulation, as I said earlier. Now we move on to Slender Man's greatest feats, which there isn't very many. He's strong enough to topple over trees, and he actually has fought Jeff the Killer before, and take out many humans during the past. And in the movie, it's been proven that he's made out of bioelectricity, which is something unique to the film. Slender Man isn't very fast, but if he really needs to get around, he can use his tentacles to make giant legs to make him go faster, which is also unique to the film. Slender Man might be scary, but he isn't perfect at all. Slender Man is lacking very much in durability, and he hasn't actually done hand-to-hand combat before, which is actually a problem if he's facing a foe that has hand-to-hand combat skills. Not to mention that his face is his biggest weak point in his whole entire body, and his most powerful foe that he ever fought was Jeff the Killer, and Jeff the Killer is just a human. Overall, Slender Man is a force to be reckoned with. He has a lot of skills and abilities like teleportation, illusions, and tentacles, and he's made out of bioelectricity. He was able to topple trees and fight Jeff the Killer, but he isn't very durable at all. From one tall figure that roams the forest to another, let's discuss Siren Head. Siren Head has been around for over 40,000 years, and it has been confirmed by Trevor Henderson that he is the only one of his kind. He also likes going for victims, and when a victim is in his forest, he'll mimic any sound that the person will think that they're safe in the forest, like their loved ones or animals. And once they get closer to Siren Head, that's when Siren Head will strike. You can run, but you can't hide. Siren Head's powers and abilities include sound waves, mimicry, transforming his head into different things, sharp claws and teeth, and crawling on all fours to make himself way faster than he was before. Most of these abilities are self-explanatory, but there's a few things I want to go over about these powers first. Sound waves is where Siren Head makes a very loud sound to make humans' heads explode. Siren Head can also shape-shift his head into many things, like a lamppost or a telephone line, and even have more sirens appear on his head. This also does change his body shape too. Now on to Siren Head's feats. Siren Head is able to kill humans with his claws and teeth, and he's able to rip apart trees as well. And he was able to kill hunters and soldiers from the military. Most people say that Siren Head is blind, but in actual fact he isn't. This was also confirmed by Trevor Henderson himself. However, Siren Head is not flawless. He has a lack of durability, and his shape-shifting powers is only limited to his body size and his head. And lastly, he is afraid of Cartoon Cat, which means he can get afraid, but only creatures that are way above him. Overall, Siren Head has sound waves that can literally kill humans by exploding their heads, mimic any voice and any sound in the world, can transform his head into many things, can use his sharp claws and teeth to kill victims, and can crawl on fours to make himself way faster than he was before, but he does have some known weaknesses.
Get a load of this guy. If I were him, I would just lay down on my back and wait. Wait for what you say? Do it and you will find out.
And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will have no prep time, no outside help, and this battle will take place in the middle of the forest. Let the battle begin!
Hello?
I'm definitely not going to be able to sleep after that. So, the winner is Siren Head, and this is actually a really close battle. However, there are a few factors that we need to discuss that give Siren Head the win. And those are experience, how they kill their prey and how it affects in the battle, speed, and lastly, size. Let's talk about experience first. Slenderman has been around for roughly over 500 years. That's pretty impressive. But Siren Head has been around for over 40,000 years. So, experience goes to Siren Head. Now let's discuss their strategies of how they kill prey. Slenderman likes to follow people around and grab them with his tentacles and either suffocate them inside of a tree or strangle them. However, that really won't affect Siren Head all too much because Siren Head is really tall. However, Siren Head would most likely overpower Slenderman before Slenderman could try to suffocate him inside a tree or try to strangle Siren Head. Not to mention that Slenderman has no hand-to-hand combat skills, while Siren Head does have hand-to-hand combat skills. Or claws in this case, but you get the point. Now let's talk about speed. Both characters are actually pretty slow. However, they both have a different way of transportation. Slender Man being able to use his tentacles to make legs, and Siren Head crawling on all fours. However, there's a big, huge problem for Slender Man. It takes a very good while for Slender Man to even get those tentacles to make legs in the first place. But if he does eventually get those legs out, it wouldn't really help him that much. He would get around places a bit faster, but he isn't really that fast. Siren Head, on the other hand, he becomes a speeding demon when he crawls on all fours. So overall, Slender Man and Siren Head may be similar in a lot of ways. However, Siren Head has a lot more going for him. Not to mention that Siren Head is way more bigger than Slender Man, making the winner of this battle, Siren Head. Now, if you want to see a rematch between Team Creepypasta versus Team Trevor Henderson Creatures, leave a like, and if this video gets over 30 likes, there will be a rematch. Also, don't forget to comment down your own ideas, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed. Next time on Ultra Brawl!